It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! Hey, over here, over here.
I'm coming after you.
Two jet.
Bang, bang, bang.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line.
You ran into a brick wall.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Go. 180!
No chance. Strong right.
Please 5-7.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Throwing is Wentz. And this one is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. They can't hang with us. 40's the mic.
Now Wentz on third down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Kill.
Hey, rip 5-2, hot here.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's the mic. 40's the mic.
Wentz gonna throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz returns it right back to Samuel. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Hey, other side, solid.
Switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40. New Mike 40. Keep it up, defense.
Again, it's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the 29, Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson from 17 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, report. Report. Check. 180. Under crunch.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Blue 80. Hey, kill.
Not today, you aren't. Not today. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Hey, great 57.
To throw is Wentz. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz forced out to his left. Complete, it's Dotson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mike 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz.
Here I come again.
A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
That's how we do it.
Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
5-7.
You're trash.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
He's scared. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Bring it. 56 of Mike.
Now Wentz.
You ain't going nowhere.
Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Crash. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Ozzy, check out. Go.
Now Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Keep it up. Keep it up. 180. Slam. What is it on? Wide. Get wide. No. Off. Hey. SOS.
Dobbins trying the left side. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
59.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Report. 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll go down at the 28. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
You at X. Twist.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Down right around the 25. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Check safety.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
180. Go. Here we go. Check 13.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The big boys came out to play.
I've been here, brother. Yo.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Get some.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
180. Kill. Watch that.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
The leg. Get there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Mike 55. Mike
180. Ready, shot.
Go heavy. Let's go heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Let's go. Set hot.
Give me some. Give me
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
DC, ready? DC.
That's right.
You change it.
Hold.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Set hot.
Mike
180.
55.
Set hot. Set hot. 180.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Touchdown! James Prochet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 43. Joker.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
59's Mike. Check. 59.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Set hot. 180. Ready, shot. No, we changed it.
Mike's 5'9. I got wide.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 61 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
We gotta get the stop here, D. Six guy. Check six guy. You. Check hot route. Hot.
Here's Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Tackle made by Chase Young. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Up the middle they go with Drake. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Check 52. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz, and his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Flush to his right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Hold up. We're going to keep getting sacks. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike.
Go. Blue 80.
6. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Sunday.
Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Hey, I'm coming after you. Mike 6. Mike 6. I got you.
Wentz out to his left. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Sack, baby.
Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Mike 6. Mike 6.
357.
Baby, they don't want it.
Here's Wentz to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got it to Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Houston getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a fourth quarter lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, you don't See that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
52's the mic.
Hey, middle.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
180. That's hot.
Mike 5-2. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
You at X.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
On third down, Jackson. That would complete to Prochet. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Hey, 180. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Report.
Yeah, we got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the slant. Mike 52. All you get is a headache. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
You.
Now Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Fresno.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hatch it.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Shut up! Ready? Shut up! Ready? Take you to school. Shut. Hey, Ozzy, shut up!
Don't get nervous. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Let's go. Hey.
One last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.